It's 1936 in the Iraqi village of Khujut Rabu. A German archaeologist named Wilhelm König is sorting through Parthian-era ceramic vessels in a Baghdad museum storeroom. He picks up a small clay jar. Inside is a copper cylinder. Inside the cylinder is an iron rod. The top of the jar is sealed with asphalt. The jar is approximately 2,000 years old. König recognizes the configuration immediately. It is a battery. Today, we walk through exactly what the Baghdad batteries are, how modern reconstructions have proven they generate measurable electric current, the three competing theories about what the Parthians actually used them for, and why mainstream archaeology still calls them storage vessels. First, the discovery context. The Baghdad batteries were originally excavated in 1936 from the village of Khujut Rabu, just outside Baghdad. The site dates to the Parthian period, approximately 250 BC to 224 AD. The Parthian Empire dominated modern-day Iran, Iraq, and Afghanistan from roughly the 3rd century BC through the early 3rd century AD. They were sophisticated metallurgists. They traded with Rome, India, and China. Now, the physical artifacts. Each Baghdad battery consists of 3 parts: a small earthenware clay pot approximately 15 centimeters tall, a copper cylinder rolled and soldered inside the pot, an iron rod suspended inside the copper cylinder, separated from it. The entire assembly is sealed at the top with natural asphalt. There is a small hole in the asphalt where liquid could be poured in. The configuration is identical to a primitive galvanic cell. The copper cylinder is the positive electrode. The iron rod is the negative electrode. The asphalt prevents leakage and oxidation. Add an acidic electrolyte: vinegar, wine, lemon juice, grape juice. The battery generates an electric current. Now, the modern reconstructions. Beginning in 1940, German engineer Willard Gray built working replicas of the Baghdad Battery using the same materials and dimensions as the originals. His replicas filled with grape juice produced approximately half a volt of electricity. In 1978, Egyptologist Arne Eggebrecht built more advanced replicas using lemon juice and grape vinegar. His batteries produced up to 1 full volt of current and remained operational for 18 days. The MythBusters television series tested a series of 10 linked Baghdad batteries in 2005. The linked array produced 4 volts, enough to deliver a noticeable electric shock. The batteries work. The question is what the Parthians used them for. Theory 1. Electroplating gold leaf. Some archaeologists argue the Parthians used the batteries for electroplating decorative metalwork. Several Parthian-era silver objects in museum collections show traces of gold or copper plating that could have been applied electrochemically. Modern reconstructions have demonstrated that a linked array of Baghdad batteries can plate a thin layer of gold onto silver. The process matches what would be required for ancient electroplating. Theory 2. Medical use. Other archaeologists argue the batteries may have been medical devices used to deliver mild electric shocks for pain relief. Ancient Greek and Roman physicians used electric eels for similar purposes. The Parthians may have developed an alternative. Theory 3. Religious use. The most controversial theory argues that the batteries may have been religious devices. Parthian priests may have connected them to metal statues so that worshippers touching the statue would feel a mild divine tingle, a perceived contact with the gods. Mainstream archaeology officially classifies the Baghdad jars as ancient storage vessels for ceremonial scrolls. The classification persists despite the fact that nobody has ever found a scroll inside one. And the configuration of 3 dissimilar materials sealed in asphalt makes no sense for storing paper. 2,000 years after Parthian craftsmen sealed those copper cylinders and iron rods inside their small clay jars, the batteries still generate current when you fill them with vinegar. What the Parthians actually did with the electricity remains one of the strangest unsolved questions in ancient archaeology.